Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, King Sinbad. But as always, guys, you guys can call me Sin. Alright, guys, I'm back with a brand new What If video. Alright, we got What If Eren Jaeger was all for one? And of course, obviously his quirk is going to be all for one. So, name's going to be all for one, quirk's going to be all for one. Okay. Alright, now obviously there's going to be other quirks in here, hence otherwise All For One wouldn't be able to get, quirks. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so I tried to do this a while ago, but my phone was acting stupid, being an idiot, so I lost all of that hard work, an hour's worth of video recording, so I'm having to start all over again. So you can probably imagine how angry I am for all that hard work. Okay, but anyway, so I'm going to be giving you some very, very good content here in the next following days. So I have been seeing the comments and all that, so yeah. Alright, so anyway, how this story will work is Eren, obviously Eren's going to be born, as always. He is going to be born with white hair because All For One originally had white hair. Now, of course, around Eren's birth, that's when quirks started appearing. Now, I was kind of do you think I should still leave the Titans in there, or what? Just give me your thoughts, give me your opinion. I think I should personally just leave the Titans in there, but I feel like, since obviously Eren's going to be all for one, they're not obviously going to be a threat to him. So obviously, since this is going to be an all for one video, he's also going to be getting new quirks that he didn't originally have in the series. And I am going to be listing off all the quirks that he does have in the series. So, and if you guys want, I can have him start like the League of Villains, or whatever, however you guys want it to happen. Or yeah, I think I'm just gonna I don't know yet, but anyway, let's get into this what if. Okay, so Eren's birth. Eren's born, like I said, with white hair, and of course around this time quirks are appearing, and obviously his quirk is All For One. And of course he's going to become All For One, so yeah. Now obviously he's not going to have his birth will be now his origins are going to be kind of shrouded in mystery. So his father and his mother are not Grisha and Carla. Oh, no. He was abandoned on his own. Now, let's just say his mom just happened to be, an entertainer. And I do mean that with quotations. Let's just say this. She was giving a lot of pleasure. Hint, hint. But anyway, and his dad was like kind of like the number one hero. Now, this society is going to be different. Is obviously, in a way, I'm taking it from obviously My Hero Academia. It's going to be taking place still within the walls of Eldia, if you want to call it that. But now, so there are like I said, quirks are starting to appear. Now, obviously, Eren's mom abandons him. And of course, he gets taken to an orphanage. Now, this orphanage was a very poor orphanage. And when I mean a poor orphanage, I don't mean literally money poor. I mean this orphanage just did not take care of its kids. So really, the kids kind of had to fend for themselves, really. So, now, like I said, Quirk started manifesting, so all the kids are excited that their quirks are being activated. Now, Eren's quirk, one of the orphan caretakers, I don't know how it works in an orphanage or anything like that. So I'm just going to say a caretaker because, well, technically that's what they are until, they are either old enough to leave the orphanage or somebody adopts them. Now, obviously, nobody adopts Eren. So, obviously, he leaves the orphanage, when he comes of age. Which, I'm going to make that age 15. So, yeah. But even before that, Eren already, started participating in criminal activities, and because of his special and unique quirk, he rose through the criminal underworld to basically the number one criminal, then I guess you could say the number one villain. So, yeah. But anyway, so, anyway, the caretakers take Eren to see what his quirk is because they are required by law. If they do not do it to every kid, then that's going to shut their orphanage down. Now, this orphanage is not like your typical run-of-the-mill, it is your typical run-of-the-mill orphanage, but, like I said, the caretakers there are, they don't treat the kids right. Well, they just don't pay attention to the kids. They do not show any attention to the kids whatsoever, food or whatever. But, they've been running underground gambling rings, fight clubs, and smuggling drugs and stuff like that. So, and trafficking. But not any of the kids, just, But anyway, the government says, you gotta at least take the kids. So they go in to take Eren to get his quirk assessment tested. And then, of course, they say his quirk is called All for One. Now, what this quirk does is allow, the doctor says, now what this quirk does, and this is my doctor voice, it's sucky, I know, but oh well, roll with it. Well, what this quirk does is basically allows him to steal other people's quirks, take their quirks away from them permanently, and those quirks permanently become his. And if he so chooses, he can bestow quirks upon other people. Now, Eren was born with genius-level intellect. Now, I'm trying to make Eren's backstory, super tragic, so it gives him an excuse to being a villain. So, anyway, Eren, he goes, of course, after he gets taken back. Now, Eren finds this particular bully that's been bullying him as of late and making him give up money or food or whatever. Now, this kid's quirk, it's just, like I said, guys, he's going to be getting some new quirks. So, let's just say this guy's quirk is, this other kid's quirk is, cremation, right? So, Eren touches the kid and steals his quirk, which we all know his quirk is cremation. well, yeah. So he steals the cremation quirk, which is the blue flames, and then he just basically cremates this kid. Like, there is nothing but dust, ashes. Like, there's nothing but ashes. That's all there is ashes, dust. And Eren, this is when he says, so this is the power of my quirk. All for one, huh? Excellent. Now, he is going to still get the helmet, even though he's not really going to need it, but he's going to do it to hide his face. And, it's a bulletproof, so it's also going to protect his head and stuff like that. So, and not only that, it looks cool, so, yeah, and he's going to be wearing this kind of a tuxedo. Now, Eren, now, if you guys are wondering, Mikasa, she's born to the Ackermans, same as before, but she's in the underground town where Eren and Levi are. Now, Eren, this is when he starts participating in criminal activity, stealing food and stuff like that, so that way he has a way to eat. Have something to eat and stuff like that. Now, of course, this is when Eren, he finds another quirk, and he steals this other guy's quirk. So he steals, the search quirk, which basically allows him to have a 360 degree vision, and the size limit is 100 meters. So if you are in the vicinity of these 100 meters, Eren's going to detect you because he has 360 vision, and it expands to at least about 100 meters. So he also steals another quirk called Life Force, which basically allows you to live for a very long time. Then he steals another quirk, Super Regeneration, which is pretty explanatory. So yeah. Here, I'm just going to show you all the quirks that he has. Hold on. So these are his abilities: immense strength, immense speed, immense durability, enhanced senses, genius, intellect. Alright, quirks. Search, like I said, warping. So yeah. He stole another quirk called Air Cannon. Stole another quirk, Spring-like Limbs. He stole another quirk, Kinetic Booster. Stole another quirk, Strength Enhancer. He has 3 copies of this quirk. He stole another quirk, Rivet Stab. Basically, his fingers can turn into those black tendrils that have red crack lines, and he can extend them. Now, he can use, they can emerge from other parts of his body, such as, the spine. But he just chooses to use his fingers, so yeah. And he stole another quirk, Forced Quirk Activation. He stole Impact Recoil. He stole Infrared. He stole Airwalk. He stole Multiplier. Yeah, he stole Multiplier. He stole Hypertrophy. He stole Rivet. He stole Spear-like Bones. And I already said Life Force and Super Regeneration. He stole a Hardening Quirk. He stole a Lightning Quirk. Now, he's not going to give up any of these quirks. He stole Power Stockpiling, which you guys all know what that is. Muscle. He stole Muscle Augmentation. He stole Overclock. And now Overclock, now you guys can pause the video right here to see what it is. Transforming arms, and okay, I'm not gonna go through all that, but and of course his super move is ultimate quirk combination. He just combines all the quirks into a mighty, devastating attack. And of course he also has that mask. But anyway, hold on. But anyway, so he basically just stole a lot of quirks. He also stole another quirk from this other kid that was bullying him, permanation. Now, you all know what permanation is. That basically allows you to move through solid objects. So it's kind of like phasing, or how should I say? He basically becomes intangible. So attacks can fly right through him and stuff like that. He stole another quirk called Decay. He stole Overhaul, the quirk Overhaul. And this is just him as a kid. Now, he's basically stolen a lot of quirks at this point. Now, because of this, Eren has basically rose to the ranks of the criminal underworld. Now, because of this, Eren has always had money, he's always had food in his stomach and other stuff like that. And because of this, he's also dressed nice, and he's also, like I said, he has a genius level intellect. So he invented his bulletproof mask. And yes, it does have a breathing mechanism to, just in case he never knows when he might need it. So he just kind of, stay ahead of the game. But basically, anyway, you know what? Forget it. I am gonna put Titans in this. So yeah. This is when, one day Eren, he's just walking around the streets. Now, he doesn't have his helmet on. He only puts that on when he's engaging in criminal activity. Now, like I said, because of the quirks, obviously heroes and villains. So they did create a heroes association, and obviously there's villains. Now, of course, there's also the Titan problem. So they don't really have. I mean, it is a soldier program, but it's mainly been part of the Heroes Association to take down Titans. Now, Levi, he joined the Heroes Association along with Mikasa. Now, basically, everybody in the main story besides Eren has lived a pretty good life, considering. Mikasa was adopted by the Jaegers, so she's basically an only child. Armin never met, so nobody's ever met Eren. Eren has basically always been alone. He's never, because he's always had to fend for himself. He finally escapes the underground town, and he makes it up to, above ground, and he sees, how different the world is from the underground, from obviously above ground. Because underground was kind of like how they were in the original Attack on Titan storyline. So they're kind of like that, but also not like that, if that makes sense. Like, it was, but at the same time it wasn't. But when he got above ground, it was basically like how it was in the My Hero Academia universe. Everybody was, there were cell phones, modern clothes and stuff like that. Now, there's still, like I said, tuxedos and stuff like that. So, yeah. But anyway, Eren, he was shocked, but at the same time, he was also angry. He didn't know why, but then it occurred to him why he was angry, why he was the way he was, because to him, it felt like he's just been denied a whole other life. He was forced to live underground, forced to have to fight and fend for himself. So in a way, this kind of motivates, it kind of gives a reason for Eren to be a bad guy, to be a villain. But not just any villain, but the number one villain. This is when he finally gets in his head, it's time for him to start the League of Villains. Now, Eren has never heard of a Titan. He doesn't even know Titans even exist. Now, because the walls are so high-tech, there was no need for the wall Titans. So their defenses are basically impregnable, unless you're like a very, how should I say? Now, I'm just gonna say Titans are like a, basically, like, if I, think of Titans like a zombie apocalypse outbreak. It was a virus. If you get bitten by except if you get bitten by a Titan, yeah, there's not going to be much of you left. Okay. Alright, so it's like an airborne, not airborne, I'll come up with something. If you got any ideas of how Titans came to be, just put it in the comment section down below. But anyway, Eren is just super ticked off. He's just walking around, and of course, everybody's kind of looking at him like, you know, because he's still like a little kid. He's like 10 years old or something. Now, Mikasa and Armin, they're all the same age as Eren is right now. Except, you know, they've kind of, you know, they're already getting ready. You know, they're going to go to UA. You know, they're going to basically they're basically going to become heroes so they can fight against villains and fight against Titans, who are a threat to, villains are more of a threat to society than a threat to humanity. Titans are a threat to humanity. Villains, they attack both heroes, and if a Titan gets in their way, then they're just gonna obliterate them. That's just, so basically, yeah. Anyway, this is when Eren says he's going to become the symbol of fear. Now, like I said, Eren has rose through the ranks of the criminal underworld. Literally. Matter of fact, he's even gained control of certain crime families. And he even got revenge on the orphanage that basically treated him like crap, and he burnt it to the freaking ground. And I do mean this literally. He did burn it to the ground with his cremation quirk. Now, Eren is very cold-hearted and calculated. So Eren, at this point, he comes into contact with this group. This is the Yakuza group. And they're saying, "Hey kid, what are you doing here with your mom and your pops?" And look, I know it's a terrible cliche gangster voice, and it's probably making you all cringe, but don't judge me. But anyway, they say, with your family. He says, "I have no family." And this is when he uses air cannon, and he basically just blows up this guy's upper half of his body, and blood is just like everywhere. And this guy says, "What did you do that for?" And of course, this is when he this bad guy uses his quirk, and it's called I had it. Screw it. I'm just gonna call it an unknown hardening quirk. But it's not stronger than All For One's hardening quirk. But anyway, Eren catches it and he says, "Pathetic." This is when he starts. He says, "You're absolutely pathetic." And then he says, "Cremation." And then, of course, blue flames emerge and just start burning this guy alive. And people are hearing screams, and of course, everybody's trying to go see what's happening. And then when they come around, there's nothing but blue flames and ashes. Eren has already left. He used his airwalk quirk to obviously to fly, and he says, "As of right now, I'm going to become the #1 villain and wipe out this so-called society and rebuild it in my image. So no child ever has to go through what I had to go through." Now, of course, this means that he's going to have to control all the gangs, control the police, the Hero Association, everything. He's going to have to control everything. Now, obviously, this is when All For One, this is when he just basically abandons his name, and he just calls himself, from now on, like my quirk, my name shall be All For One. And this is when he puts on his mask, his helmet, and this is when he truly becomes All For One. Alright guys, so if you guys like that video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about this video. If you think there's some things I can change up that won't too much drastically change the story, then, you know, like any corrections or, you know, anything like that, let me know. And yes, guys, I am going to start finally doing My Hero Academia What Ifs. And for you guys who are asking me if I'm still continuing What If Naruto Was the God of Destruction, What If, Part 5 will be coming out. Let's see, about this Saturday. It will be coming out this Saturday, so be ready for that. And without further ado, guys, don't forget to share this video with all your friends on your social media platforms. Without further ado, guys, see you guys later. Peace out. See you later, my homies.